Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about my personal experience and also just a little bit of advice as well for yourselves. If you come to a situation like this, don't just give up, go to the end, look for people who can help you, look for institutions who can help you, and don't let them do basically what they want when it comes to your own money. It's obviously hard-earned money, haven't come cheap, so don't just give up. So if you remember myself in August, I was just so excited about getting myself a facelifted Audi Q7, and by that time I was really so excited. I got it just for around £15,000 on a facelifted model with under 100,000 miles on the clock. I was in fact under 90,000 miles, so I was very excited. So my old car had 138,000 miles, if I can remember it right. Also same make and model, but just a little bit older. So, and when I come to see the car, everything seemed to be fine on a first glance. I looked as much as I can, done on research, and nothing seemed to be ringing the bell. I looked under the bonnet, checked where I needed to check, looked underneath the car, checked the tires, brakes, and there was no warning lights. Basically put deposit for the car and got this facelifted Audi Q7 for myself, and also said if they can pay my outstanding finance on the car I had at the moment, then we can make a deal. Then, because that car, my outstanding finance was less than the current value of the car, then they were more than happy to do it and just progress it from there. So if you remember it, I've done a video on that car. Thought I got getting myself a very good deal, so I got myself into the dealership. Customer service seemed to be all very friendly. Nothing seemed to be worrying me at that time. The only little niggle was when I pushed the satellite navigation button, it was saying satellite navigation is not available. And what I asked the question straight away is what's happening here? Where is the satellite navigation? Why is showing not available? He says absolutely nothing to worry about. They have the satellite navigation memory card or a DVD inside the office. So I progressed with a test drive and everything seemed to be okay, and it was running very smoothly and no problems. So when I come to collect the car, I drove home, and yeah, just before I set off from the dealership, I asked again, where is that satellite navigation memory card? They said, oh, so sorry about that, we'll send it to your home address. Now somebody is not in the office, then they would know where it is. I said, yeah, fair enough, just send it to my home address when the relevant person returns. He says yes, no problem. And basically after I got home, a few days, and then problems all started to appear with the car. Start to have an oil leak on my driveway, right under the car. It was dripping quite badly. Then I was struggling as well because they didn't activate my warranty straight away, and so they maybe were suspicious that something might will be go wrong, or they hidden their faults very nicely. So they didn't want to risk, or I don't know why they haven't done it straight away. And I had to call them time after time after time. They were either not available or something like that kept happening. Then after I got myself warranty and I let them know that there are problems with the car, I said there is an oil leak and the engine is having a rattle on the start. It sounded like a chain rattle. and there were a few other issues coming up with the car, so obviously I let them know straight away about it. So from the very beginning there were a huge problem to getting in touch with this company and raising the complaint with them. So then I told them I don't want the car and give me my money back. And what they replied, no, bring your car back to the back to us, and we have a professional specialist who is going to sort all these issues out, and they will give me a courtesy car. So I got myself into there, again reminding them about the satellite navigation memory card that have never arrived. When I got the courtesy car, what they given me is a very old car that I couldn't even open the bonnet and to check whether I can put antifreeze coolant or check the oil or pop up the windscreen fluid. So when I asked for a different ones, they said no, stay with this one, you will not need to open the bonnet. I said no, that's not gonna happen. I'm carrying my children in a car, so I definitely need always have access to that bonnet and top up the windscreen fluid or whatever is needed in a car. So there is no security in that. On what they were not very happy and start to be rude, and then they given me a car which was even worse, but yes, I could open the bonnet and then check whether there was enough windscreen fluid and etc. But yeah, absolutely shocking customer service. Never experienced anything like that before. And one time eventually they fixed my car, and then they called me, say I can go and collect it. Again, I remind them about that satellite navigation memory card that never arrived. They said, oh yes, on what I decide, just in case, I'm gonna push a record button and they're gonna record the conversation when I collected the car. I reminded them about that satellite navigation. They said, oh, manager is not here. And then suddenly from around the corner, the same guy appears who told me last time he is a manager, who given me the second courtesy car. Then the sales guy says, no, he is not the manager. He was just lying about that. And in fact, this is exactly what have helped me out through this situation, because dealership kept lying all the way right to the end because of this recorded voice with the video that helped me to fight them. So yeah, basically when I collected the car, they again, yes, promised satellite navigation will be with you, no problem. So it's a good job I recorded everything. I come home, and then again on the second day, chain rattle again start to come up, and a fantastic job that oil leak was finished. They fixed the oil leak, but everything else have stayed. In fact, on top of that, I start to lose antifreeze coolant and also start to have air suspension issues. So my 30 days money back were coming to an end when I was not able to return the car, and then I kept asking them all the way through to basically get my car back, take this car back and give me the money. And what they said, no, there are no issues, there are no problems with the car, and I'm making everything up. And what they say, I have to bring it to the mechanic, so he have to inspect the car and write exactly what's wrong with the car if there are any issues. So this is exactly what I did. I went to my trusted mechanic who have a lot of experience, and then also a guy who previously been dealing with the cars like this, so he knows exactly what he's doing. So he wrote me the full list of exactly what's happened with what is wrong with the car, and he even recorded the video of the issues where he sees the coolant is leaking now, and it's a fresh coolant leak, it's not some old one. And yeah, everything on about the car he pointed out, and the under tray was missing, and other issues as well. So I presented all this proof to the dealership, and on what they basically again refused to answer the phone, refused to answer on the emails. And eventually, when I did manage to get through to them, they said no, trying to basically find another way to get out of this situation, and say that their trusted mechanic fixed everything, where in fact he only fixed the oil leak, but that haven't been done professionally. And then other issues start to appear. That thing when the antifreeze coolant start to disappear, making me have to top up all this liquid again. Yeah. So yeah, very, very hard to fight all this stuff. So then I decided to again try to bring my car back to them, and they said no, they can't accept it because I haven't provided the proof. I said, I have provided you enough proof. Stop playing the games, take this car back. It's all full of faults, and I don't want to fight with all these issues all the time. Although my warranty was already activated, but as much as you chaps already probably know, that all these warranty companies are also not telling the full story at the very beginning. I'm not saying about all of them, but majority of them are not telling you the full story, what you need to be aware from the very beginning, and hiding everything under very small print. Yeah, so that's unfortunately the typical way how to make business. When I realized all these days are coming to an end for a 30 days money back guarantee, and dealership told me that I have to ring the finance company and tell them that the car was misrepresented. Yeah, where in fact it was missold as well, because they have included my first Audi Q7, that they have completed the transaction and paid my outstanding finance for that car. They basically have included that into this contract, which they were in breach of contract as well. Yes, advertised on the Auto Trader as with the satellite navigation, but that was not the fact. In fact, car was in really bad condition. Yeah, and the car didn't have that satellite navigation whatsoever. So then I rang to the Audi dealership and explained and asked them basically whether it's true or not, whether this car is having this satellite navigation or not, or is it possible, or whether it was ordered or not. So just to try to find out the full story about that. Yeah. So the dealership, Audi dealership, then told me that this car in fact is not possible to make, that this car does not come with a satellite navigation, but it does have a satellite navigation button and even some settings. Yeah, but customer, when they bought that car brand new, chose not to have it. Yeah, and this is why it's not even possible, because they explain me this is only 3G radio. Yeah, as a lot of Audi fans probably know this situation with these MMIs. There are 2G high, 3G, 3G high, and 3G plus, and stuff like something like that, and only radio only units. Yeah. So yeah, and then what dealership also didn't want to accept. They said no, they know better, and the Audi dealership don't know what they're talking about. And then I rang finance company, and what finance company told me, sorry, your 30 days money back guarantee, your 30 days are over and I cannot return the car, and ask for my refund. I said, well, I have asked for this car to be returned many times, but dealership kept asking for God knows what, and then they were simply not accepting my proof. When I got all my proof, I paid to the garage to inspect the car, but the dealership simply wouldn't accept any of this stuff, yeah. So they tried to get away from the situation. So yeah, there's been long fights. So we're talking already was from August, September, yeah, when all this stuff started to happen with the yeah, when finance company was aware of this, because I don't know, you know, whether it's stupid, and I should have known that from the beginning to have resolved any issues straight with the finance company, not the dealership, where dealership have also well basically told me just after these 30 days, yeah, that I have to get back, that I have to get in contact with the finance company about that. And when all this finance company start to deal with all this situation, they were not very helpful either. They were bringing back and forwards, and then saying dealership I got this car from saying that it's the finance company not doing anything, and the same finance company saying that the dealership is not accepting, and then they want God knows what, but they are not accepting the rejection of the car for various reasons. Then I called financial ombudsman, who in fact helped me to finish all this case, but that was not very easy either, because the dealership kept lying, and then financial ombudsman asked me to send them final response letter. I also rang the citizens advice. I also tried to find out other ways to deal with the situation, yeah, and only when it was coming only in December I managed to get this car collected after police got involved. And yeah, so they come to collect the car, done all the check on the car. Where the other fact was, what I found out after I wanted to stop the road tax, paying for the road tax was not that easy as well, because when I rang DVLA, they said the car was never registered as well on my name, where in fact I was asking them where is my V5 document, yeah. So yeah, that's another nasty hit. So then when in December they managed to get my car away, and I was waiting for my money to get returned to me. Now the dealership I got the car from, now they're telling me that I have to get my first Audi Q7 collected, and have to pay the outstanding finance that they paid out, and I have to get that car back. Well, I said this is absolutely impossible. Car was with you for like 3 months, August, September, October, November, yeah, 4 months now, and simply not having that car back because these chaps you lads can't be trusted, and it's God knows what they've done with that car, and it wouldn't have exactly the same mileage. And then later when I checked, the car have run out of MOT as well. And yeah, and they also advertised my car I traded in as in excellent condition thanks to its previous owner, where in fact I know the car wasn't that excellent. Yeah, there were a few scratches on the bonnet, a few scratches on interior, and although mechanically it was good, it was not in excellent condition like they advertised, yeah. And they put that car for like nearly £9,000 for sale. So yeah, again I got in touch with the financial ombudsman, saying that they are pushing me to have this car back, and the financial ombudsman helped me again to get this stuff resolved. And they said because they have included this car into the contract, I can simply say no, I'm not having this car back, and end of the story. Yeah. what the financial ombudsman explained to me was if I haven't paid the separate deposit for this car and only given them this car, yeah, then they could have included that into this contract and then asked me to get this first car back to me, yeah, and bring me into the exactly same position I was at the very beginning, yeah. So now it's March, and finally I managed to get through to this whole situation nice and clear. And yeah, so lads, hopefully you have never come into a situation like this. I did read a lot of comments on this dealership reviews. In fact, when I got the car, these reviews have been mixed. There were like 3.7 or 3.8 on reviews, and when I got finished the claim, all this stuff, yeah, and gone through all this situation, when I checked, the dealership reviews were already just 1 point something on reviews. So also I seen this dealership on the TV for having a really bad issues with a customer, yeah, when they basically refuse either to fix the car or on one or the other term not being fair and transparent with the customer. So also the other thing is I wanted to basically advise you, boys and girls, yeah, to always seek the help and not just get the car if you start to have issues with the car, especially in the first 3 months. Get everything sorted, yeah. Don't wait till the last moment. Also, if there are things that could cause you a lot of time loss, that very serious issues with the car, that eventually gonna cost you a lot of money, and always look on the advertisement, yeah. Always take a screenshot so you have some sort of the proof. So without the proof you can't do anything. This only thing that helped me, that I have taken screenshots and have recorded the voice of the salesman. This exactly thing helped me throughout this helped me going through this stuff, and this is how I managed to return the car after 30 days, yeah, because car was missold and it was also misrepresented. So also when you're taking the warranty on a car, so also people when they buy second-hand cars, and often in modern premium cars, yeah, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Volkswagens, you name it, yeah, these faults can be very expensive to fix. I know you like to enjoy yourself and spend your hard-earned money on a car, and you want to enjoy it that way. However, you need to be very careful. The warranty on a car, you have to ask them what exactly is included and what's not included in that warranty, yeah. Because what also quite often happens is when it comes to repairing your car with the warranty, on a warranty, then you find only little bits are included, yeah, and then you have to pay, for example, per part replaced, you have to pay for something like £50-60 per part that is replaced on top of what the warranty company already pays. Yeah, they don't cover entire repair. And say for example, if you have to take out the engine out completely, then they cover it. And then if they on a certain parts don't have to take the engine out, yeah, then certain parts could not be even included in the warranty. So do take a lot of care when you're buying the car. hopefully this information helps a lot. And yeah, also forget to mention, in very many instances where I heard on a customer service provided by a car dealership, when you're trying to solve some issue and you're starting to have some issues with the car, and they say, yes, we'll ring you back, well, in fact, nobody is ringing you back. Nobody is interested in your problems anymore. They're only interested in you paying them the money, and that's it. Goodbye. They don't want to know you. So unfortunately, this thing is happening quite often. And the thing about a call you back does not always happen. Yeah. So somebody is supposed to look after this and deal with these people accordingly. So yes, you chaps hopefully have taken some useful tips from what I just spoke. And yeah, so hopefully you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I have loads of different videos. I do car reviews. I have done reviews on other stuff, some equipment. And yeah, thank you for being with me. Subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please put thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.